Welcome to Go. Today we're on the campus of UBCO Okanagan, the Creative and Critical Studies faculty, and on today's show we're going to meet some of the artists in residence. It's a really cool program that they run here during the summer where artists are given the opportunity to use the facilities to explore and create new art. So that's coming up on today's show. Right now we get a chance to meet our first of the artists in residence, Margot Yatchison. You are doing all kinds of cool work, but the one thing that I got excited about right off the bat was paper making. So we can do a little quick demo on that?
Sure, yep. So I have taken what is called abaca linter. It's the banana leaf fiber.
Oh, okay.
And soaked it a little bit and
Blender full of it?
Put it in the blender. And I'm going to pour a little bit into some water. And there's a little, sorry.
A little splashy.
There's a little splashy. There's a little bit of gelatin powder in there to kind of seal the paper so that I can draw on it. And kind of dip it in on the side, wiggle it around a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, and then pull it up.
Okay.
If you rub it, you get little pills on it, and then the paper gets bumped.
When I look around the walls here, I see a lot to do with birds.
Yeah, there are a lot of birds around here. For some reason, birds keep coming up as a theme, and so I thought this would be a really great opportunity to explore birds a little bit further rather than just in the two-dimension, and possibly try to figure out why birds keep coming up. Focusing on this one image of a crow landing. So just looking at it and drawing it over and over and over again. Doing a technique called blind contour drawing where I'm not actually looking at the paper when I'm drawing, I'm looking at the object that I'm drawing, so in this case the photograph.
So what is that like to be part of this thing here at UBCO?
It's amazing. It's given me an opportunity to work big, to have all of my things out, not having to clean up at the end of it, and really to dive into what I want to be doing with my art. It's just giving me a chance to really explore ideas and not be necessarily driven to an end product, but just more focused on the process.
Oh, it's coming.
Good. There you go.
Oh, look at that.
So little bubble, and then you just pat it down.
Now we're talking to Katie Brennan, who we're more familiar with in the confines of the Lake Country Art Gallery, but now you've got a great big space here at UBC Okanagan to play with. How's that?
It's amazing. It's kind of like having a penthouse. So after going in the penthouse for the whole summer, I'm not sure what's going to happen, and I might go through withdrawal.
Right.
But one of the beautiful things has been that I could work on, and as we go around, you'll be able to see lots of ideas all at once because I have the wall space. I was working on a big suite of pieces. These pieces are kind of things that I'll do when things aren't working, or there's a pause, or I'm waiting for things to dry, or I just need to work on that instead, so that I can jump back and forth. So there's never kind of like, oh, it's not working. I don't know what to do.
You get hung up on it, right?
Yeah.
So while that's stuck, you come over here. We can't see right now the big pieces, but they're at the alternator. So hopefully we can go have a quick look at them there. But that's what would be on the wall there. Imagine, if you will.
There were 9 paintings. So where all the
these nails are, right? Like here,
there was 9 paintings, so all kind of blues and kind of similar to this body of like the waterwork that's on the left there.
This is like a commission for a restaurant?
Yeah.
So that must be neat.
Yeah, it's called Bonefish Grill. It has over 200 locations in the United States, so all the work will be actually reproduced at double the size and will be put throughout all of their restaurants.
That's amazing.
So it's just one of those things where it's a really great, interesting challenge, and it's going to be so fun to know that I could go to any of these restaurants and be like, that's my piece.
So what are you exploring during this residency?
Well, I'm just making, trying to make a series of paintings and stuff, like that has, I guess it has kind of like a humor element to it.
Right.
They're a little bit, but somewhere in between being kind of funny and scary,
Right.
So I want to build like a plinth for this guy, like mount this like that, and then I got these arms on,
Oh, okay.
So I'll put the arms on instead of like, instead of, the fan bits, and it'll spin,
spin these arms around.
Yeah, and then like maybe I'll put like a globe on it with a face or something, so it's like a like a weird guy with these arms spinning around. I teach painting and drawing through the year. So sometimes I don't, when I'm actually teaching, I don't get as much time to do this actual stuff, So this gave me a chance to just kind of get together and get it all together and make a pile of stuff.
Right.
Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to do, crank it out.
duck whistle. A duck call. Okay.
Well, that's it for the show. I'd like to say thank you very much to the artists, the staff and faculty here at UBCO for inviting us in and showing us around. And remember, there's always cool stuff going on here in the art department at UBCO. We were just here in the Fina Gallery shooting this. We found these cool ink and watercolor works by Gary Pearson. And there's always new shows going on, lots of cool stuff happening. Check out the UBCO website for full information. That's it for the show. I'm Doug Brown. We'll see you next time on Go.